And we're back. It's time for Acts 3 and 4. We have a pretty spicy floor ahead of us. Gosh, there's a high density of elites on different lines that... Oh man, it'd be nice if we... Oh, wait a second!
Wing boots!
Stylish. We're going to be able to get a lot of value out of this floor. However, Teak, could I ever possibly convince you to see if you've got your whetstone past there?
Oh, and then I'll go left, and then you go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this, something like that. I have a lot of relics, so the odds are against us.
They definitely are. However,
but I am down to try. Plus, there is a fruit juice there too.
Mm-hmm. And there's a possibility that I can just get past this space. If you whiff on that one and you still have stuff that you really want to send, I could just go to this space and give you another courier.
I will say
that's low value for the opening.
Cannibalizing 2 of my early nodes in Act 3 to just try to send whetstone sounds pretty low value.
It is
from my side, but I am totally willing to hit this one because I think you need to hit a shop.
Mm-hmm.
And that opens me up to go left to hit this first elite. Because I'm trying to plot a path for us to hit every elite.
Ooh,
right? I
like
think it's actually possible. 1, 1, 2. Like, there are ties.
Mm-hmm.
They're in positions where we can resolve them.
I've only got
how many
one
jumps?
leap left on my boots.
Okay. Well, I have all of them left.
I don't really need to rest because you'll be taking care of HP.
Yeah, this is no problem. We can totally hit every elite in the map. If you go right and hit the merchant, and then tool along here and use your 1 jump to this elite, assuming that you're able to do so, then you don't have to make any more jumps and you can hit 2 more elites. And if I go left, I can take 1 and 3 and then jump to 4A. That doesn't look like anything.
Let's jump to your screen.
Yeah, I guess that's easier to follow, huh? So basically, your path is... This is 1A, this is 1B. Your path is 1B to 4B 5.
That doesn't even require a leap.
It got 1 leap here.
Oh, sorry. I was assuming there was a path behind it. Okay.
But I could do this because I have 3 leaps. And then my path would be 1A to 3 to 4A to 6.
Yep.
This also only requires 1 leap, so there's also a bit of flexibility.
This also gives you a late store and gives me a late store as well because we're going to have money. I like it. I like it.
You like this path?
The concern is just this starting location. You are going to need to be on this leftmost path in order to be able to hit this node and come up there without using boots. Which means I have to accept the empty value and then question mark to get up here. Which I can totally do, but as long as I have the ability here to actually start in the same space after that. Do I?
So you should be able to. There's also the option to where we flip the script since they're both 1 jump and I go far right side. And then, but that would just deny us this courier. So it basically comes down to how badly do you want to try to get the whetstone swap, right? And I mean, potentially other things.
Yeah, it doesn't
like,
doesn't have to be that
reset?
big. Oh god, maybe it does. That's
right?
where my gold's been coming from.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we don't need to use that at all. Yeah. So if you're taking the far right path instead, you're going for the join between those.
Yep. And I've already gotten my red key. I took it last act.
I kind of need rests, and this path has a little bit more of them. Okay.
Yeah, the left side. You did you diggity down. I would have liked to do the courier thing, but I have so many relics.
Yeah.
Odds are I get to offer you 2 strike dummies, right?
Oh, strike dummies. I think I've still got a strike in the deck. Yeah, I've got a strike in the deck. Perfect. Oh, power it up.
I'm a fan. Wonderful.
Oh, yes. Fasting.
And let me know, if you're in a position to where I can heal us.
Mm-hmm. I feel like you'll feel when those. Oh, wish! I forgot the wish. Okay, I got my talk to the hands. We're fine.
Nice.
Teak, would you pay 705 for a red mask? Is that value? I don't know.
What if? Okay, here's a cool way to break the game. Yeah, portal. What if we had the you share gold relic, and then I went and spent our 705 gold, and then you clicked on that? What would happen? Disaster. There's your orange pellets, and I think you won it.
Yup.
You knew what was coming here. But... Wait, another whetstone.
Yep. Not only that, but wave of the hand is here, and I did just pick up
toxic
talk
egg.
to the hand.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
Oh god, that's so gratuitous.
Sometimes you gotta click the cards, my friend.
Sometimes it feels good, because it is good. Sometimes
would you go wallop or removal in this store?
Wallop. You won a second one. That's a pretty sweet card for you. I think I might have skipped one of those relics and gotten a removal too, but this will win. This also wins.
Oftentimes. Oh, hell yes.
Perhaps not always. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do some optimization here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in the first fight, but I'm gonna let you take your Darklings. Because I think that there's a decent chance that you're going to take some damage. A little bit, maybe, a small.
Sure.
And if you do, I can heal us. Because right now I'm overhealing.
All right. I'll be taking 2 damage this turn.
Perfect.
Okay. Yup. 20, 30, 60. 20. Yep.
Spooktacular.
I just like removing the worst cards in the deck. I'm definitely doing some risky plays quite consistently here. Do not worry. I'm well aware.
As long as you know. As long as you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on team risk. The Kim X Miracles has been consistently pretty good.
Yeah, pretty damn
valuable. You know what
valuable.
else is cool?
What is?
Even if I didn't have Reaper, we're sharing Burning Blood heal, if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. And the Toy Ornithopter heal as well on both of our sides.
Yeah, Toy Orno, yeah. We can do some really ridiculous things with that, because I think that we're on path to put you in a position to where you don't take damage in the heart fight.
Mm-hmm. I would not be surprised.
And so we might be able to do some really silly stuff.
Is it Divinity time yet? It's Divinity time now.
It is time for me to win.
I hope the enemies enjoyed playing when they had the opportunity to.
So, good news is, I can now Reaper for a full heal. Bad news is, it's an overheal. So, what's your next fight?
I don't know what my next fight is necessarily just yet. I think I take that Crush Joints now.
I like it.
I want vulnerability. I just don't have it yet.
Send
it's an elite. Oh yeah, you can totally have it if I flex before it and work out well.
If this starts going badly, what I'll do is I'll end this fight and get into another one and heal again. It's a great day to be alive. Got my orange pellets shaking when I close my eyes.
Just looking fly. Ooh. Those are for later turns.
I love the minty, invisible, intangible. It's so useful.
Such great
But then
effect.
it spoils me, and when it's not live, I get confused because I have forgotten how to think about the game. You have 8 energy. You ever think about that? hey, this enemy forgot to hurt you.
Yeah, they did. It was really awkward. Remember, this used to give 2 block for each card.
It did. It was nuts. It was way broken. It's still very good. That's a scroll plus! You have 3 scrolls!
All right, that's okay. We
Are you getting an upgrade then? You're getting an upgrade. We play these.
Talk the hand desperately wants an upgrade here.
It does. It does.
Think ideally, you know, we would scroll.
Whetstone, but like, we're just gonna let that be extra value if it happens.
So are we gonna do this fight completely linear? Because I got a line, but I don't know if I'm gonna be taking a ridiculous amount of damage.
Look, I'm trying to micro optimize here. All right, I'm about taking advantage of the Spire with Friends circumstance, and our advantage right now is my Reaper healing us both. That's the advantage. So why not try to use it, right? Like, why not try to use it? There's some consideration that's like, maybe I should be playing into you being able to heal me, but I don't think I'm gonna die to an Act 3 fight. I think that I could die to the bosses, but I don't think the hallway is gonna be the death of us. Not with 124 health.
I'm just gonna take some damage for fun. I definitely could have killed that turn, but I'm just gonna take some damage for fun.
Okay, so now I can heal.
I'm trying to give you a
You're just freeing me up.
Exactly.
That's a liberation.
That'll do it.
Liquid memories. Probably just skip. You took all sorts of damage. Holy crap. You're getting smashed upon.
It's okay.
It's all good. You will live.
And this is why. Bye-bye.
Ah, right. Now I get the Tomb of the Lord of the Red Dawn of the Red Mask Gang. I took another power through plus. And I feel okay about it now that I have a Fiendfire, and I think I will plan to hold that Fiendfire.
Yeah, it gives you a lot more fodder for the first time it appears. If you want to use it as like an early removal rather than a finisher.
What I need now is more strength scaling, actually. Actually, really.
Okay. So your planned leap for me is here, right?
Say that again?
Okay? Your planned leap for me is here.
I played True Grit in an 8-card hand and it hit the Reaper. So I did the thing that I told you. It feels bad, but it was correct. Yeah, and now I want to upgrade it. Yeah, that was, I think that was the planned leap was, yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's the planned leap for your side. That's right.
Cool.
Are you about to be an elite again?
Oh my god, it's the giant head. What's up, bud?
This enemy is going to get so dead to you. You have 3 scrolls. Your turn just doesn't end.
This is a single-player game.
Continues.
I'm sorry if you were under the impression this was interactive, Giant Head.
I'm afraid it is not. Yeah, losing that Reaper, a bummer. But survivable.
Those are the best kinds. The
this
survivable
deck feels
bummers.
like it just wants to be cleaned. It just wants cleaning.
I would love more removal right now.
Just want to clean up a little bit.
Let's give you some vulnerability.
Gosh, so close to being fantastique. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Okay, I need to get into another fight so I can actually heal us. Do I take a second Feel No Pain? Probably not. Maybe? I wish I had more True Grit. Or Second Wind.
Yeah, it feels like you want a little bit more exhaust to justify the second copy of it. But again, it is another power for the pellets. as a consideration.
Yeah, but I'm feeling pretty good on powers. You know, I've got Berserk, Dark Embrace, Feel No Pain, Metallicize. I'm on 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if there were a 1-cost power that I would take, this would be a pretty high order pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I only need 1 second wind to turn that into the full deck with power throughs. That becomes pretty silly. All right, I'll take 1, but I'm not positive. What are you thinking about your pick?
It's a weird one.
You really probably don't need more cards for what it's worth.
Yeah, but
do you want them?
I just really want another Roth entry. I just don't want it to be that.
Mm-hmm.
Bottled Flame, a Talk to the Hand plus in the opening hand seems a pretty good play. Boots.
Every card I take that's not flex is making my deck struggle just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of what I'm feeling.
Yeah, you're up at 26 cards now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe we aim specifically to give you 2 removals in the next 2 stores. The store you get at the end of this act and the store you get at the start of the next.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. And just really redundancy, right? Like more flex.
Mm-hmm.
But I like desperately need to quit taking cards. I don't really want to use this flex potion because I think it could be good all the way through the end game. But this could be a good fight to use it and heal us to full.
I like that I can use a scroll at the end of the turn defensively because of Cloak Clasp now.
That's true. Just to block. Just to have cards, yeah. You have 3 scrolls. I mean, that's just like a very abusable position to be in, right?
Exceedingly.
Indubitably. Trying to get to Reaper here.
I'm gonna take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
It's only 7.
It's not bad. Reaper, please. Ah, it's in hand. But I want more flex. I think I'm only getting this little heal here.
Yeah.
17 plus 13, 30.
Get your Feel No Pain protection this turn as well.
Yeah, I have some. And we'll get a little more heal in the next. We okay, but I really would be like, I would like to be maxing out our health. That's my preference. I'd like to be maxing our health. Oh my god, why are you just gonna offer me an upgraded Feel No Pain now? Okay, 3 Feel No Pain. I took it. I took the card.
Oh my god.
Stop taking cards, I said. Dramatically. I simply can't.
Damn it.
Yo! The Deva? You don't even need it.
Exactly. It's Fear No Evil that I'm looking at. Like, I want to take it, but I need the Tantrum. I'm taking it.
I
God,
think
I hope I find that
you should
Tantrum.
be planning the rest of your run like you're never seeing Tantrum, because statistically, you aren't.
I should, shouldn't I? But I'm still not doing it, aren't I?
It can be hard to play this way. Yeah, I like desperately need a second wind. That would be my savior. Toolbox. Panache is kind of funny for you, but you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like a lot of these can do something. I've already got away with the hand upgraded in the deck.
Honestly, we're kind of removal stage.
Yeah, I think I do just want to remove, like, you know, get the strike out, get the defend out.
Okay, the next time I try to take a card that doesn't give me strength, you stop me.
Okay.
Strength or exhaust.
All right.
I simply can't keep living this way.
I will do it.
Good.
And take that last one.
I'm in such dire straits, and it's my fault.
Look at them yo-yos. That's the way you do it. Play the guitar on the MTV.
No, that ain't working. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing, and your Spire licks for free.
That is that kind of reminds me of like a Will Shatner doing the Tolkien version of Rocket Man. I'm a Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Burning up out here alone. Yes. This happens sometimes, and it's okay.
I need more strength. I am losing my mind.
It would be wild if there was something that was like, you share strength this run, enjoy. Just like synchronizing fights down to that level.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
That would be fantastic.
Let's do that a little fast.
Because I keep these flexes are like glued to the bottom of my deck, which is really dire.
Mm-hmm.
I need them to not be glued there. That's the wrong place.
Be glued elsewhere, please.
Please. Go away. Okay. But once I get Dark Embrace live, I can just clean the deck right up, and that's always nice.
Oh, you're gonna try and kill me? All right, I'll kill you right back. How about that, huh? How do you like it now? 3 cards? 1, 4, 2. That'll do it.
Bingo.
Baby.
Baby. Oh, you're blocking next turn? Don't. Instead. Consider don't. What if...
Teak.
Yeah.
Teak, this relic is in your future, just so you know.
Yo!
Just so you know.
You've certainly solved any long-standing energy probs. That's for sure. Dude, I can't Reaper to save my leaf. I just healed for 1 in that fight. That's so dire. Warcry is actually a huge find right now. I just found a Warcry plus.
Yep.
And that's actually pretty sweet because I'm in these positions often to where I need to Fiend Fire, but my Reaper's in hand.
Mm-hmm. The scenario where that becomes annoying, as you're well aware, is when the Dark Embrace is already out. Yep. I'll put this away for oh no!
Oh no! Yes. Nope. True. Exactly that.
Oh my god. All right.
Can you send the Maw Bank and it'll refresh?
I don't know about that.
It looks like it does.
But if you don't get an ice cream yourself, I'll give it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll use it.
I am flooded in miracles. I have ice cream, but it costs space in my hand. That's what I have.
That's funny. I'm fighting some elites right now too. If you're interested in a gauntlet,
let's jump over.
We're there.
Should have earlier.
No, it's okay. I'm on a roll. I've been trying to, because I spent so long waiting to try to get Reaper value, and then I couldn't get it. I just couldn't get it. And then I was losing the lineup with Stone Calendar. What I'm really feeling is I have 28 cards and my scaling is 2 flexes.
Yep.
It's just a tough place, right? And until I can get down that Fiend Fire and clear some space, I'm really slow. I'm actually really slow. But we're working on it. We're working on it.
Good early flexes at least here.
Yeah, huge. There's the lock-in. And there's the block-in, which I think is what we do.
Yeah, especially with the Fiend Fire already in hand.
Mm.
Are you holding the Feel No Pain for a future kind of situation of pellets?
I won't. I don't need to. I don't need to because that won't come up until I recycle. So I definitely don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I'm going to clear that too.
God, we need to get you vulnerability.
This is the thing that happens. But this turn is actually okay, right? We have, if I exhaust everything here other than including the Reaper, that's 40 block. Just heal for 12. It's not a ton, but it clears us up and starts the cycle. It just means that I would lose the Sword Boomerang, and that's pretty tough, admittedly. I could wait and Fiend Fire in 2 turns. That might be better.
So your Fiend Fire would be cast for 8 at that point. 8 by 15 is 4 by 15 is 60, so it's 120 damage, leaving you with 64 that you need to be able to deal after the fact. If the Reaper goes out before that, you only have 52 that you need to be able to deal after that.
That's
Sword
not so
Boomerang
bad,
left in the draw pile. Yeah, I think you're fine.
We just go. I agree. Yeah, and we have the extra
Oh,
Sword
and it
Boomerang.
drew an extra card because you do have the Dark Embrace out. Okay, so yeah, you actually full defend even.
Oh, good point. 44.
Ooh.
44?
Yeah, 44. We knew it the whole time.
That was pretty sweet, actually.
Nice.
Keep Art of War online. 5 energy. Bada bing, bada boom. Stab my enemy in the dome. That looks like lethal, especially with double strike dummy.
Oh, you got to use the True Grit to try and remove one. Oh, whoa. That True Grit. What? They gave you an Ancient Tea set? Oh my, what the actual hell though? All right, yeah, cool. What the game did to me at the very start of the run, they just did to you. They were like, here it is, have it. You earned it.
It's a tiki baby. We have 6 powers, now 3 flexes. It's getting better. Magic Flower doubling our Reaper. We have 124 health. We all we need is a little vulnerable, 2 or 3 removals, and this enemy's gonna drop me a limit break because I'm feeling greedy.
Ooh, I'd love to see it.
You do. You do. Oh man. So now we actually have 12 strength to cycle. I mean, now we're cooking with chickens. We're chicken cooking. It's actually really happening.
It is wild that the strikes are consistently larger than the cleaves.
It's dumb. It's totally dumb. Okay, okay. Okay. And Warcry's coming, and I haven't played Dark Embrace. Because we might want to try to do some Reaper hold shenanigans. Right now, what I'm going to do is True Grit this Wild Strike. Maybe hold Art of War here, actually. Yeah. We do a little damage, but we need to do more. I know, right?
When you get into the new draw pile, is there play in like draw choking to the new draw pile just so that you leave fewer cards to draw through until you get back to your flexes?
Flex, 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 flex.
Yeah.
Honestly, yes. Effectively using Runic Pyramid to make my second draw cycle smaller. I think that's legit. Yeah. Either way, I think that we wanna try to Fiend Fire soon. So maybe this turn we like play as much as we can and end on a Reaper for a big heal and then plan to Fiend Fire next turn.
Yeah, I like it.
It's unfortunate to, yeah, it's okay. And what? Swordorang and Reaper, since those are the 2 things that are... I could have done that the other order too, that's an overheal, but... Oh yeah, and Fiend Fire is going to be such a gnarly play too. Can't afford everything, but you can afford
something.
something.
You feel no pain for 8 per card burned, so you are already well defended.
It's true.
Oh, are you going to take another turn? Is that what's going here?
I think I might.
Oh
But
yeah,
it would
the
be
2
nice.
power throughs.
Yep. I don't really want to cycle these wounds. I
Those
could
wounds
just play
aren't made
a
for
defend. Then that's not what they'll do. That's right. I can do this. Next turn, Dark Embrace Fiend. I have an extra energy too. Warcry, please. Is there anything that I want to hold? Metallicized, actually?
Well, I mean, you can play 4 cards this turn. Or 4 energies worth of cards this turn.
And that makes Fiend Fire do more damage too. War Cry, draw 2, put a card on top. Oh, and then that opens us up to play Power Through. Dark Embrace. Power Through. Fiendfire. Ow! That really hurt me. Okay. Good. Good.
Yes.
I'm going to play Berserk now, because we have the Panacea.
Yeah.
And then I have Metallicized to lock these in, but it's not going to matter. I'm going to play them and win.
This enemy does not have the durability required to survive this.
They simply do not. Stone Calendar, Lamau.
Doing work.
Red Skull. Uh-oh. Boots. Classic post-Nemesis boot. The Red Skull with 124 health is pretty funny. If I can get down to a lowly 62 HP, Red Skull will activate.
Yeah, maybe I go into a fight, like you're having a fight and you need 3 extra strength, so I go into a fight and take a bunch of damage to buff you.
Do you ever take this Pummel Strike actually, really?
I mean, you do have a lot of energy. It's also a strike, so it does.
I have a lot of energy. It's a strike. It could cycle us flexes if we can just find one more way to clear the deck.
It is a card that doesn't say strength, though, is my concern. And
that's true.
I've been told a thing about a thing.
But we could have 30 cards, which is a really nice round number.
I think you should skip it.
I
promised past Teak.
You did, and you did very well. So what do you think is better, Fear Pot or Liquid Memories?
Oh, God. Liquid Memories.
I agree. So I have a bunch of jumps. Is it possible that I actually jump over to this one fire and then back to hit these 2 elites?
Yeah, there's no problem with that. You've got 2 more leaps. And it's like you're not going to use a leap on the 4th act. So
nope.
Now's the
Okay,
time
so
to get value.
you said Liquid Memory is better. I agree.
I think Gambler's Brew might be the most strong one you have in hand, and I know you've got Entropic Brew there.
No doubt. So I think it's time to upgrade the True Grit. Just to be sure we don't lose Reaper. I'll have a chance to do another upgrade too.
Yeah, because you already got your gem, your ruby.
Anchor, cool. I actually like that quite a lot. Oh no! It's quite a lot. I could take Madness.
God, if only the courier things were delivered instantly, I could have delivered you Madness before, or delivered you the Toxic Egg before you got Madness.
Get free Madness, and then that's actually pretty cool. We'll just lose some max HP, it's fine.
Yeah.
Not a big deal. Caca. Indeed.
Apologies, by the way, Discord is not always 100%.
Yeah. I wish this didn't happen, but it's the nature of the medium. If we could find a better way. If only there were software made specifically for this purpose. But it's fairly niche.
Hey, if you're a programmer out there, I have $1 billion idea. It's $1 dozen idea.
It's an idea.
It's an idea. I've got an idea that you can invest. I've got an idea that will drain your bank. I've got an idea that will run you destitute and bankrupt. You ready for it? And that is podcasters and streamers and people who collaborate in a live in a live arena often have to use tools for the public, tools for the general public, effectively. Things that aren't made for the kind of level of nuance and level of production quality they necessarily require. If someone made and I still think this is eternally necessary, if someone made an app that just, a program, whatever you're going to use for it, that just listened to the conversation happening in real time across 2 different audio sources and kept audio times for them perfectly so that they would be inevitably synced in an extra file that came out at the very end, so you only have to cut them rather than actually sync up post audio, that would be ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Just super valuable.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
something like Discord that doesn't have auto ducking and all of these kinds of things. The kind of things that are good for the consumer but aren't necessarily good for the professional would be. I'm just saying, there's money on the table.
There is money, and it is literally right in front of you. Whoever you are. You're staring straight at these dollars. You just don't know it, and frankly, we might not even know it. It's possible that nobody knows this, but we're pretty sure the money's there.
I demand a 80% cut. I'll be kind. 78% cut.
Low. Reasonable.
Exactly. Never let it be said I'm not a reasonable man.
Never.
How far are you from killing?
Like we're there. Now? I'm just trying to get the Reaper.
Yeah, okay. Lethal plus.
Because if I Fiendfire right now...
Wait,
it's too
can
strong.
you set up Fiendfire not to be lethal by playing enough other cards and keep the Reaper in hand? Because you just played Dark Embrace, and it'll defend you because you've got all the Feel No Pains out.
Maybe, actually. So we would want to do... We need to... Ideally, we heal for 38. 32. Which we cannot do yet. But that means that we need to do a low enough number. Stone Calendar is coming too, right? So we want to do like 110 damage, which we could do with 5 cards. 6 total in hand. If I play 2 more cards, I'm at 7. So we're doing 132. So then we limit our healing to 16. Which is a bummer. Yeah, we're just not quite there, right? If I hadn't played the Dark Embrace before the True Grit, actually, we would be there. That's a funny thought.
Yeah, it's always weird, like in the same circumstance being mirrored in the Guardian fight earlier, where just a like, you probably want to play, usually, all of the cards that make you stronger before you hit an enemy. But there are very specific edge cases where you want to play one of them and not the other one and then play it afterwards so you can hit a specific trigger at a specific time. It's always, that level is always so interesting to me.
Here's Reaper. I'll play it next turn, and then Fiendfire. That's pretty good. We take it.
Yes. That's a full health right there.
It was also almost 100 block. And there's my ice cream.
So I don't need to send it to you, because it's not going to double it every turn. Yeah.
We take these.
Spy Shield and Sphere
cards.
next floor are gonna not care about it really that much because they have a lot of artifact and it's hard to remove, but it's gonna be nice for the heart.
Career?
Oh yeah,
you've
I'm
just been hanging out for.
I'm just hanging.
We're just hanging.
Specifically, I wanted to know if I was ever gonna have play in sending you the ice cream, but I don't think that's happening here.
No, now that I have ice cream, I don't know if you could stack ice cream. Then
every turn, double the amount of remaining energy you have.
That's right. What if that was the interaction? That would be sweet. Come on.
Just sit there for 50 turns and then play Whirlwind or whatever. Just, you all die. I gotcha.
I so desperately want 1 second wind. So deeply, desperately mystical, magical.
At the start of the next
I haven't
floor,
played Dark Embrace.
We will find a Tantrum and we will find the second wind. Calling it now. In the store.
I hope you're right. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Now, this is totally fine because... First of all, we're almost max HP. Second of all, these enemies come back. This is like the perfect fight for us to heal on. It's too bad we don't need to heal anymore. We've kind of solved that problem.
Well, why don't you solve that problem by taking a bunch of damage here? Give yourself something to heal from.
Yeah, you're right. I should get hit some.
You can't get value out of it unless you take damage first. Nice.
I'm listening. Every once in a while I hear like loud talking And I'm always confused because it's 3 in the morning in suburbia. But then I remember that my neighbor, who I really like, by the way, and I don't have any problem with this whatsoever. Like I love how mixed mode my neighborhood is and how heterogeneous it is. Everybody with different lives, some people are here all the time. Some people work from their homes. Some people travel. My next door neighbor has this really cool house and runs it through Airbnb. And so many people will rent who are, maybe only here for a day or two. Maybe they're doing like a bachelor party or something. It's never a big disturbance, but every once in a while I'll be streaming and I'm like, who is speaking at 3 in the morning? And then I remember. It's the travelers.
So I don't really live like in the center of Sydney City, but relatively close by. And I find it soothing, the sounds of the city and the sounds of like conversation in nearby apartments and things like that. There's part of it that's just comforting. Like, yeah, there's people around. I'm not alone.
There are people here. That's right. I like that. It's never bothered me. And when I was double fiend fire, when I was growing up, I always wanted to be at the busiest house. Always. Did I really just pick up a second fiend fire? We have sweet potions right now too. If I were concerned about beating the end game, if I can get these up, we are super Gucci.
Yeah.
Just the Gucciest.
Someone call Quavo, because we're super Gucci.
I don't love this damage number.
It's not an incredible one.
I'm just going to take this hit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to play Reaper at some point in this fight.
Yeah, and I wanted to be able to get the large clap, in theory. Here are my Fiend Fires. Can I win this turn?
Oh, I'd like to see the line.
There was a consideration to like Thunderclap, Fiend Fire.
Up to 21 Thunderclaps out of the hands, so you end up burning 5 cards with it. 5 cards, 21, 105 damage.
Yeah. It's a lot, but it's not quite enough, right?
Can I tell you a pitch that's just sitting in my mind for some reason? I think it might... Dark Embrace, then Fiendfire the living 25, the one that has the highest HP. You leave yourself with 1 energy, and you also generate a giant amount of block.
Love it.
Cool.
It seems weird, right, to blow the Fiendfire there, but
it
doesn't have that much health. I haven't played a skill yet.
You've not, no.
Perfect. Nah, we should do this.
Yeah, I agree.
It's too bad both of the Fiendfires were together. Now I kind of want that Exhume. How could I have ever known? Surely no one could have ever known. How good of a card is it anyway?
But then it can't even get itself. Not even worth it.
Not even worth.
You mean I can't infinite with just Karen's Ashes and 2 Exhumes? That's unfair.
What is even the point? Excuse me? Ma'am?
Did she just hog all of the hits?
Yes. Give those back. Would you die?
The power.
I could Reaper now for 24. Is that enough?
Well, it's not just 24, friend. That's 36.
You're right. Flowers exist and are empowering us. That is a good point.
They are.
It is well made.
They are sufficiently advanced technology.
Okay, I don't love this. So do your summon thing, and we're gonna like hit you in the face. And then we'll try to do it again, ideally.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, send it back. No, I dig it. 32, huh? This is fine, I'm sure. Don't worry, Raps. It's fine.
Okay. It's fine. I'm not worried.
This is fine.
Okay. He can just he's got Gambler Brew. It's all good.
You just
Regardless.
Or they die. It's fine. It's fine. Hey, the thread and needle. Wasn't that in your store?
No. I don't think it was.
Where have I seen this? Lamau. Do we like Armaments Plus ever? No.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think we need that, right? Skip, Teak. Stay strong, Teak.
Let's see the store, Teak.
Clap. Damn.
Teak.
Raps.
Is this purity?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this purity. I think we're gonna not take this tungsten rod because we've not yet gotten to Beat of Death 2.
Mm-hmm. It's totally reasonable.
It feels really weird. But I love purity. I love one more flex, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And I love a card removal here.
Yep.
All of those things I love deeply. I also love this toolbox. And it's possible that we take that.
So your removals are now 50 permanently because you've got the Merchant's Mask. So you will have the ability still to remove next floor regardless of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which makes me
Should
a
it
lot
remove
more
a
in favor
defend?
of it. Yeah.
One less unupgraded thing to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I could skip the one unupgraded flex too. Possibly.
Yeah,
like maybe we're getting to the point where we have enough exhaust.
You'll leave yourself with the option to get a removal next floor as well. Ah, okay. You did go with the toolbox, so never mind.
As well as some. Were you gonna say as well as another relic, a different relic?
An uncommon, yeah, on the next area.
But if you send me Maw Bank, maybe I still can.
Hey, they're actually. What is it? 1, 2. Okay, it may not pay for itself in time. 1, 2. It may pay for itself just +6, actually, if it does reset. Probably does reset. We probably get 6 gold out of sending the more banks back and forth, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because, like, there's the one floor to move. One floor to move to the fire, one floor to move to the boss, and then one floor to move next floor between the fire and the shop.
Hey, I can send you a Maw Bank. You send me yours. I'll send you mine.
There you go. Copper more bank.
Do you have the same things to send? What do you have to send?
I have a
fruit juice?
one of those.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I don't have the fruit juice to send you.
I don't know if I can take it. I think these things might be worth more than 5 max HP. I think my potions might be too good.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm totally comfy with that.
That sucks though. I'm ready to use it. We should have used it before, I guess, instead of sending it. But we didn't know that we were gonna get shared HP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my Maw Bank.
Thank you.
So funny. You're welcome.
A brand new shiny Maw Bank.
I love how we were like, at the beginning of this episode, we were like, we're definitely parallelizing these runs. There will be no linearizing at all. And then immediately we're like,
all right, you go
first.
Hear
me out. You do the whole act, and then I'll heal us with Reaper. It's gonna be brilliant. It's micro-optimal.
It's optimal as hell.
It's just as optimal as it gets.
Yeah. All right.
You upgraded the prostrate?
Yeah,
you want to fight Time Eater? I could use a little breaky.
I think I will go with the Time Eater.
Okay. I'll sit on my upgrade.
God, I love that Talk to the Hand is just the opening hand. So
I do too. Are you going to play 12 cards on turn 1?
I'm probably going to try.
You've got an ice cream. I mean, like, aim for the fences, and in the worst case,
land among the stars.
You'll make a maintenance job for someone. Yeah. I think that's the idiom.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that's exactly it. I'm pretty sure that's a direct quote right there.
I was watching someone play Spire the other day, and they made this super aggressive maneuver through elites because they were in one of these runs that like was losing, and so they needed to roll the dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, aim for the stars, and in the worst case, you'll look cool as hell as a giant flaming inferno hurtling through space.
When you burn up, not if, but when.
you burn up, you're gonna look great.
You'll look good.
I love it. Oh man,
you can have
that was
a turn
sick turn 1. Holy crap! I love to watch the zeros pop up on my screen too.
Mm-hmm.
Your friend is taking no damage. They're actively not taking. It's not even that they haven't taken damage. It's they have actively denied the damage. I get to see 3 zeros. They kind of come out of nowhere. It is, this would be the relic to take if we were going to do a no communication run. Try to communicate through hits.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on over there?
I'm gonna okay. So what I'm gonna do is set myself up with intangibility, right? So on some turns I'm gonna take 0 damage. On other turns I'm gonna take 1 damage. Now if I have enough turns, you can just get binary out of it.
You're right. Just hit me with the ASCII. That's
it's perfect.
It is.
Do I leave myself with only 3 card play next turn? That's actually not awful. I can do that.
You could also. I like that. You get the money now. Money. Plus, we get a full heal leaving this area.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm on -1 card draw, but that doesn't happen. Didn't that happen this turn?
No, you just got. Oh.
Because it affects you before you do your draw. Is this ever worth removing?
You get 2 turns out of it, no? No.
Oh,
no,
it might have been 2 turns and it ticked down.
Yeah.
Okay, 1. All up.
It's so funny. Sometimes I get questions like that, and I'm like, did I ever know anything about this game?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like we're so expert in this game, and there's still little things that we're just like, oh, I didn't know that.
Those kinds of things, like, I feel like a lot of them I have an intuition for, but then as soon as I actively think about them, I'm like, I've never played this game.
Exactly.
I don't even know what it is. Please teach.
It's like people who have a really intuitive spatial knowledge of their town. You know, you ask them for directions somewhere, and they're like, I don't know. I zone out for a little bit. I notice the Wendy's on the left, and then a bit after that, I go down the alley. There's a dog that barks at me. I do, it takes me about 3 full thoughts until the next left-hand turn. It's like totally useless directions.
In rural Australia, a friend of mine told me this story recently. He met the most Australian man. Just the most Australian man.
As Australian as they get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was kind
names.
of like 2 first names, but calls himself Bruce, which is neither of them. We're talking Australian, right? And what had transpired was he was asking for directions to a nearby area. In fact, the way that he referred to this person as the most Australian person, he was like, think of like an American prospector, kind of like gold, and then here's that kind of thing, like the caricature kind of situation, right? This guy was that, but Australian and real. And so he was just asking for directions, like, okay, so where's the nearest town center?
Yep.
And guy was like, oh, mate, that'd be about 12 cans that way. 12 cans? 12 cans? I've never... Cans? Like, I've heard of knots, I've heard of kilometers, I've heard of... Oh. All right. It takes you 12 cans worth of beer to drive that distance. You could not have thought that was useful information for me, but thank you for sharing it. I actually appreciate it.
I'm glad you told me. Please be careful.
Yeah.
Also, you shouldn't tell that to everybody.
Oh, definitely not.
You shouldn't do that. But thanks for the knowledge.
Oh, this is definitely not a PSA or an endorsement in any way. But
no, I'm saying for the man. I'm saying for the man.
Yeah, especially out in the country, there are just a lot of people who are just like, yeah, I'm not going to see anyone else on the road, so I'm doing it
here. Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of doing it, it's not time to do it just yet. We've entered Divinity slightly too soon. That'd be what, 88
just
times 4. Wait a second.
Just kill him.
Murder this man. Oh, I ended
No, but it's okay, because I think you
Whoops.
needed to do this, because do you get the heal now?
I don't know. I mean, I might as well click the proceed button.
Yeah. This is micro optimization.
So if I approach the door and go to the next floor, actually, sorry, we'll jump back in for a second.
I think it'll heal. Heal.
But do we want to wait until the most climactic part of your fight to re-heal for full? Let's do it.
Yes, that's brilliant. Okay, purity upgrade?
Yeah.
Or fiend fire? Purity, right?
Yep.
I think so too. So we now have 5 ways to clear cards out of this deck, which is sick. And that's part of how we're going to punish Time Eater severely.
Ooh.
Ah.
Do you want to mayhem and accidentally play a fiend fire to burn the other fiend fire?
And just actually lose the run? We could do. Oh. Accidentally, we forgot to find an attack. I didn't expect that. I won't lie.
Neither.
I guess I'm just digging? Wait, I have ice cream now. I can stop.
You have ice cream? No.
Yeah. I forgot that I had picked up ice cream because I have this many relics.
Only 3. Oh.
I love Black Star.
It's so good.
Man. Times are good.
Yes, this is a good perch turn.
Yes, it is. I'm doing this next turn. Well, we have multiple of these, right?
And
like, yeah.
Yeah, just gave you another bad card in hand.
Come on. Next hand. In turn. I only have 2 card plays.
Yeah,
I probably should have played 2 cards there.
Yeah.
I think I think that would have been more optimal.
Actually, I really like this fight. I think when I was a new player, I did not like this fight at all. But the considerations of like, oh, this 12, am I splitting this up into, like, am I doing 12 this turn? Or am I splitting this up to 3 different turns of 4? Or like a 6 and then a 2 and then a 4? Like, the considerations that you're making 2, 3 possibly turns in advance just really, really make this a fun fight.
As a general rule, I have found that players' least favorite turns are often my favorites. Least favorite fights, least favorite turns. And the reason is, the fights that are our least favorite are fights that push us out of our comfort zone. And that's exactly why I like them. Transient asks you to derive consistency, which punishes your 1 Dark Orb deck. Writhing Mask asks you to consider, can I really play an attack right now? How many do I play? Time Eater asks you, how many cards can I play and how do I align my turns to play the right number? It forces you to play your deck differently. Good fights do that. They take the same thing and they push on it in a different place. It's enemy acupuncture, right? So yeah, I agree. I love this fight.
It's interesting. While you're playing, I'll actually mention something to the same relation. And that is, I was watching a bunch of videos from Mark Brown of Game Maker's Toolkit recently. And
it's great. I love that guy. He makes good stuff.
Oh my god, I could just watch for hours. I feel inspired when I watch his videos, like just constantly. And in particular, I was watching a video where he was talking about, you know, replayable systems in roguelikes. And one of the things that he wanted to put most forward in his argument was that roguelikes are known for difficulty, and one of the reasons they're known for difficulty is because a core part of their mechanic set is you cannot just rote learn this level. You can't rote learn how to deal with this enemy. It forces you, with the amount of randomized elements that exist in roguelikes, to constantly have to reevaluate. And because you're constantly doing those reevaluations, your base skills at the game get a lot a lot stronger, because you are constantly trying to make those new connections that are going to help you in an individual run, rather than going into a game that might be a roguelike in all other circumstances, but the relic order is fixed and the enemy order is fixed and the area order is fixed. Yep. And it's just like, I can just learn the path that does this.
534, 170, 68, 170, 68, 238. Got him.
Lethal. Yeah. Very
Plus we have
nice.
extra energy, so play more cards.
Hell yeah. GG. Now, actually, sit there for a second. I'm gonna hit the approach door. I want to see if you get the little like
let you go
heal.
through. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. That would have worked.
Totally did. Totally freaking did. Two thumb, baby. I think someone said that in the comment section, actually. I remember reading it, but it's always nice to verify the science, right? Peer review.
Yeah, because doing it will actually make you remember it and then utilize it in the future.
In theory, although we still forget what keeps the 0 cost when we play Nightmare.
It's true.
How could anyone really remember?
Oh.
Part of me wants to like, I should upgrade Fiendfire. Yeah, his shop is great. But part of me wants to rest because I haven't rested a single time since you gave me the second Dreamcatcher. Do I get to look at 2 cards? I'm like really tempted. Actually
do it though. Actually. Come on. Give him the second wind.
It was well worth it.
There's an exhume. Also, the Twin Strike was not bad there either. It only gave you one. It doesn't stack. No.
It didn't.
Chrono.
It didn't. And our Maw Bank didn't make us any money, or did it? I don't think it did. I think it was. Maybe because mine was used up before, so it was keeping the. I don't know. Yeah,
well, I mean, mine was used up before as well. I've got yours, and it's working. Oh, you went to a shop. Oh, wait, not after that. Oh! Did you get my courier and then send a courier to me after it?
Oh, you think I took your Maw Bank and then sent mine?
Yeah.
So my status was used. I bet that's what happened. I needed to send first and then accept in tandem. Because yours is working, but mine is not. Yeah.
Yo, your shop, though.
It's got all the things that I want. What's your shop? Because I think you have money for a tungsten rod.
I've got money for a tungsten rod if I want it, but it's really hard to turn down.
That trip is pretty sweet for you.
Hold it in hand until exactly the right turn. There is Rushdown. Rushdown's a little hard for me to use just because we've only got the one Roth entry here.
Only one. Yeah.
I can't believe it didn't fire my tantrum.
What else are you interested in? What are you removing if you remove?
Yeah. It'd be... So the scaffold so far would be trip, removal. I don't even know if I would take something after that, possibly.
Violence.
Can I afford violence with both of those? It'd be 350 for me to get both.
Oh, wait. You don't have 50 cost removals.
No, yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
My removals are expensive right now. Hey, I could leave myself with the
expensive.
ability to send you stuff in the upcoming courier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a good point. And we might still have some good sends, right? Like, there's still a really solid whetstone pass, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should try to keep that open too. Okay. So then, should I just buy a shockwave? Maybe this is just removal for me.
Maybe it's just removal.
Remove a cleave. Remove wild strike. Cleave. Leaning cleave.
Yeah, I think cleave. Wild strike's better for the reach if you need it in an instance.
Hard to lose the shockwave though. That's a lot of and it's a lot of weak, which is relevant for the heart. But I think this is the play.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had a little bit more money, like I don't know, about 30 gold, sucker.
If only.
This was for science. This was for science.
And we saw that it did refresh.
What is our preferred order? Do you want to do elite and then I'll do elite and heart and then you do heart?
Sure.
Well, but we might have to interweave these anyway because of Reaper stuff. So yeah, let's see you start it and I'll follow. On your boot heels.
Why must y'all be attacking this turn?
Honestly.
I've never seen you do that before. It's new.
So unheard of, frankly. That pattern.
Ow. also ow. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that was it. 1, 2. Turn around. Bright eyes.
Are you going to get through this without taking any damage?
Oh no, I'm taking damage. Oh,
Okay.
well, I plan on taking damage points. Like some here.
Wow. No, you're right. Okay, that's scary because I do also take damage when I'm setting up.
This money doesn't matter.
I would not hesitate to use potion here, by the way. In many ways, I think this fight is scarier for you than the heart fight.
Oh, yeah. No, there is a
you
large
might not
amount
have to
of
take
me
any more
that's
damage from here.
Not worried, but maybe I should be more worried than I am. Let's turn around here. Miracle. I actually wish for the strength, but
didn't want to BM the gold there. Wouldn't do to throw so late.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like enough of my sequencing considerations are... Yeah, I'm totally comfortable with this now. Enough
now
of my
sequencing
considerations are, semi-throwy right now. I need the actual plays past that to fit the same. Yeah, that'll do it.
Agreed.
Bye-bye. Let's go to yours.
Metamorphosis, Magnetism, Jack of all trades from this toolbox.
Jack of all trades could be good
Jack.
defense on turn 1 with Feel No Pain.
Could be. Magnetism is a good card. We don't have to worry about turn 2 burns yet. And I can block the debuff. Right, and I knew they were attacking because we've showed previously that our patterns are the same. As you may recall from a previous episode. Let's go ahead and see one more and then see what this is. Dork Shackles. We could T-clap Dork Shackles, but I think I need that for turn 2. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Really good card in this position.
I don't need to T-clap now, and I shouldn't, because I want to hold the Artivore since I have value, ice cream value. In fact, this turn is done.
Yeah.
That's a really strong turn 1. Most excellent.
Super good.
You
do have the ability to Warcry one of your Fiend Fires back to the top of the deck and use the other. If you use Dark Shackles and Thunderclap, you could set up for a Fiend Fire, but you've not really got any strength yet.
Yeah, but that's still a ton of damage, right? In fact, I think I'm about to get a kill. Warcry first here, just to see what we're working with. Exhume is going to the top of the deck here, I suspect.
Yeah, get the
and then what I can do is... Yeah. If I just power through Fiend Fire, it's just about a kill. In fact, if I strike Fiend Fire here, that is the kill. But I think I want a Dark Shackles here for the block. And then I don't have to do this power through thing. Although I'd probably still do it just for the damage.
Yeah. It's only 1 extra energy.
Yeah, no Feel No Pain found, right?
Nice.
The problem... Oh, and this is fine because I will have reduced their strength, so it's safe for us to do this. Perfect. No Dark Embrace. We're behind on our powers in general, but it's nice to have this enemy so injured. And if I need to use a Liquid Memories in this fight, I'm really comfy doing it. But I wanted to quickly move us towards Reaping. Might be Warcry.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have very many cards to... I mean, I guess I could just, power through?
I mean, you'd be Fiend Firing for 30 damage, drawing 4 cards.
Drawing 4 cards, that's true. And this one. And 5 cards because the Exhume itself, since I played Dark Embrace. You're right, we don't need to play these other cards. I think I was fixating on the Feel No Pain. because I'm thinking I need to block this turn, but I don't think, maybe we don't need to block this turn.
Think you'll be fine without it?
Yeah. I'm trying to get us to full health, right? I've got more to do than just kill.
Your best defense this turn, though, is the kill.
We don't have it.
You sure?
40.
Team 5 for 40, you have 13 damage left on that enemy, 5 cards in hand, 2 energy. The strike
we don't have that many hits.
9 with not that much strength.
We don't have very many hits. Less than you would think.
If you really whiff, then you will draw enough defense that you can play the defense and then pull a power through back.
Well, it could just be flexes, but in general, yes. This leaves us in a position to get a really, really, really good Reaper next turn. Ideally. Block for 24. Take 14. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do your worst. 28, sorry. Thread and needle. Bingo. Now, ideally, we would get rid of this.
Mm-hmm. Relying
this
on a...
is increasingly looking like a Liquid Memories turn. Oops. Because also there's a decent chance of getting a potion, and something that I really like for this turn is flex, 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 Liquid Memories, Thunderclap, play the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be on 12 strength. The Thunderclap itself will be doing 19 damage, and it's setting up vulnerable on both of them. And so Reaper is on 17 base, it's doing 25 to both, and we're getting 37 heal from both of those, so that's max HP.
Did
then
you
we just have to figure out how to block.
No, you played the Exhume.
Yep, Exhume was played, yeah, for the Fiendfire.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that play? Does that feel correct to you?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm just glad that you're being able to keep the Gambler's Brew.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's most important for setting up quickly against Heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get into a good Fiendfire, get into a good Purity, get down to a smaller deck. That's how we win.
Yep. T-Clap.
Does it feel no pain, Reaper?
Could be.
I haven't played a power yet.
No, I don't
But
think
I
you
might
played
wanna
power
lock
this
this
turn.
stuff
You
in.
did play the skill.
Let's see. This is a kill.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite. Sword Boomerang, Vuln, 7, 22. Not quite a kill. Okay, so we do have to play more turns, and we are about to take the ×4. Feel no pain would lock in the strength. So that's probably what we want to do, and we want to do it before for a bit more block.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Less block than the defend option, but enduring value. Unfortunately, not turning around here is kind of a boomer. But position is otherwise pretty good.
Mm-hmm. That extra 30 on the left-hand target. Rude.
Yeah. Pretty painful, right? We almost lined this up.
Is it ever... Okay.
What, to gamble there or something?
No, I was wondering if it was entropic for 2.
I think I'm
Potions
going to
are
try to
healing
max
for us,
this
so it's
value.
fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder...
Which is good, because I seem to be dying.
If I get to the courier, do I send you the toy Ornithopter? Because you've got the magic flower, so you'd have 10 healing per potion played. You'd have
Oh, wow.
Infinite potions.
Maybe. Whoa. DuPont.
Oh my god.
Gold. Happy Flower.
Bottled.
Another card look.
tornado.
Havoc, actually. I probably just take.
Bottled
Tornado. Right? I think it's Dork Embrace, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I
Gets you
think
through
that's
your
the
deck
most
faster.
important thing. These are incidental. Berserk we'd love to see, but it's okay if we miss it for a little bit. Centennial Puzzle, nice find. Hey, it's Bonjour Blade with the Chimex. You should take it. Maybe it's Wallop. You should take it. It says plus.
It says plus.
I know. Time for thinking. How often do you not play attacks?
Never.
Send me that Art of War dog.
Yeah, exactly. That's the easiest one to send to you.
Right?
I might actually not have any difficulty sending you Fiendfire right back if you need it. I took it.
I wouldn't say
upgraded
that
it.
I wouldn't say that I need it, but every Fiendfire that I have improves the heart for me for sure.
Okay, let's have a look at yours.
But it is nice for you to be able to clear your deck a bit, especially with the statuses.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't remember what happens with the Bottled Tornado. I think I can just send it and you just get to use it.
I think so.
And my card stays bottled, I think.
I don't know how that one works, but...
Because it says upon pickup. We should science this, probably. I think I can send this to you and it just works.
I'm happy to science it, because on my side, like, getting Fasting out on turn 1 or Devotion out on turn 1, probably Fasting, let's be real.
Devotion.
Devotion out of those two? Really?
Maybe. Because
Ooh.
you draw through your deck really fast, and you can afford to play Fasting on turn 2 or 3. And in getting Devotion up immediately gains you more energy and damage over time, right? So you don't need to play Fasting on turn 1 against the heart. You have one fight left.
The only reason that I would want to put Fasting on turn 1 against the heart is it increases the density of any of my block cards. So the turns that I'm under blocking are turns 1, 2, and 3. And it feels like it helps me for the first cycle of the heart's damage.
I see what you're saying. So it's specifically, I need to be sure that I got to the Fasting for those first couple turns. That's pretty legit. Well, what you want is a power to carry into your turn 2 to clear the debuffs. So whatever you bottle might literally just be, this goes to turn 2. Let's try this bottle thing. I'm gonna send it to you. Let's see what happens.
Do you want to do the same on the inverse? Do you want to get a specific attack in that opening hand?
Like, I don't know, some kind of fiery, fiendly individual.
Oh, okay. Brought the close back. Whew. Thought it was soft lock there.
Scary.
Deeply. I mean, yeah, if you want a fiery, fiendy individual in your opening hand.
It's not bad, right? Because I have a bottled Dark Embrace in theory, and then so I can immediately get that value. I like it. I do like it.
Let's try it.
Am I gonna like DuPont Dark Embrace? Surely not.
Maybe. I don't know. That turning True Grit into draw 2, turning all of the enemies' statuses and stuff into draw 2.
The Fiendfires are overdrawing, but that might just be okay. Okay, so
fight music up.
How do we want to? Yeah, how do? Oh,
you have to
hit
ESC. Yeah, and it comes back.
Close. Cool. I think I get into it. I think. And then we might end up going back and forth.
Sure.
Right?
But
like.
That's a trip, buddy.
I know. I'm pretty happy with that.
Oh. I don't know if your Dark Embrace came into your opening hand because of the bottle. It's there though, so who cares? But
yeah, it should it should be here, right? It should be an 8. You're totally right. I think we just maybe it broke the bottle.
I think it did as well because I haven't got the talk the hand in the opening hand.
Oh no. Okay. So undo. That's so weird because bottles do say on the text, upon pickup, select a card. This is so if we're similar to the other things, it would stay bottled, but maybe that's like a really weird special effect.
Yeah, I think like a lot of mods taught me that the bottle is deeply associated with the card itself past that point, and it's upon pickup, this bottle chooses a card, this bottle will give you the card at the start of the fight.
So I have a proposal here. And I know you were like, Trip. But I think this might be Dupot, Dark Embrace, Fiendfire. Or even Dupot, Dark Embrace, Feel No Pain, Fiendfire. Leaving the Trip.
How do you have enough
more
energy
card.
to play both powers in Fiendfire?
You're right, we can't. It's a good point. So instead we don't.
I could see
do nothing on turn one?
Double the Dark Embrace and then send the Fiendfire. It's just like the concern is your consistent damage cards.
Yeah. So what? Do we ever double? Should we just be doubling strength gain? What we want to do is get this deck small as quickly as possible. That's what we want to do. The sooner we can make the deck smaller, the better. Maybe we don't need to double Dark Embrace. Maybe it's going to be like double Purity.
Wow.
Is that wild?
It is. It is.
I kind of love it.
I'll be intrigued to see the position where it occurs.
That might be like we may be the first person to ever do that. I also would like to open this Entropic Brew, so that's one consideration of doing Dark Embrace Fiendfire. Dupont, Dark Embrace Fiendfire, and then we can gamble sooner rather than later, right?
If your method, like if your goal is to thin down your draw pile, or rather thin down your decks so that it's consistent past the point for sword boomerangs for damage and flexes for gain, then I think, yeah, Dupotting the Dark Embrace this turn is really good.
Let's try it. And then the question is, do we Fiendfire? And maybe we don't. Maybe we just Feel No Pain and Trip.
Yeah.
And like leave space, right? Or even hold Feel No Pain to make sure we have a power next turn. We don't need to play it now. Nor do we need to play Trip. Just hold. Literally
go
just
for it.
hold. Because we want to Orange Pellets away the Heart's debuffs. That's clearly part of our plan.
You can keep all your cards and all your energy for the next turn.
Perfect.
Nice handful of cards you wouldn't be too sad to burn.
Kind of want to keep this Shrug.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
It's okay, we'll exhume it. No, we'll exhume it. It's fine.
Ooh, you got 2 more strikes in hand to burn. Okay, that worked out really well.
And now if we draw Void, we're going to feel like a genius.
You can still try and draw to Void. Wait, what have you played this turn?
I already cleared, right?
You already cleared? Okay.
I should have left us in a position where... Well, no, let's think. Did I play any other attack? I did. I played Reaper. And that was my clear, right? Which means Fiendfire, Power, Skill should clear. So we play the 2 flexes. Warcry Havoc, too, maybe.
Allows you to dig.
Berserk should clear. This Berserk will totally clear. Bet.
The vulnerability isn't that much more damage. Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Well played.
That's awesome. Is this Havoc?
How can Havoc screw you? Purity, maybe?
And even then, we'll just Purity some cards.
Yeah.
Not terrible. I guess Havocing the True Grid is kind of sad. We don't need more block. We could totally afford to just end this turn. But yeah, hitting Purity to get rid of these wouldn't be bad. Maybe we just end here.
Okay.
Honestly, I think we've made it. I think we're in a pretty reasonable position. So there's Purity. Feel no
There she
pains.
blows.
There she blows. Indeed. I know, right? I want to play this Gambler's Brew real bad. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do so. Because ideally we just do it this turn. Maybe we leave Panacea behind. I have an idea. And that's block too.
It's coming back instantly. There we go.
Do I want to cut this? Maybe one of these?
Yeah, maybe.
No, that's perfect. Because now I can Purity a wound, a slime. Now open sesame. We're back to max HP. Nice and easy. So
I need to know what's in that power pod.
I know. I'm trying to make a space.
Oh my god.
Okay. Boop. Boop. Boop.
Just getting pretty strong about it. Yeah, of course.
Which one do you want? Berserk or Demon Form?
You spent Reaper, you spent Fiendfire and burnt another Fiendfire.
But Exhume is here.
Form.
Yeah. Exhume is in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we are so Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
we're fine. We're fine.
Unstoppable.
In fact, I think the correct thing for me to do here is play down and get Reaper set up and then get your fight started. I don't think there's very many chances for us to die, but like let's just take it all the way, you know. Let's really do the thing.
Sure.
Why the hell not, right?
Exactly. I'm comfy with it.
True Grit this burn. Right the heck out of here. I'd love to get these sword boomerangs upgraded, ideally.
If you play Panacea, okay. Actually, now if you play Panacea, you'll draw 2 cards and you'll know exactly what Havoc will burn.
That's true. And I would not mind burning like a power through, actually.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Perfect. Perfect. Because then I can Purity next turn. I wish I had Calipers. I guess I could Purity now, actually.
You can. It just comes down to whether or not you want the defense from it next turn, because it and burning 5 cards from it is a lot.
That's a really, really solid point. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Goodbye. And you did it. Your deck is now 13 cards large. 3 of them are flex. And you're also in a position again this turn where you have the ability to shrug 2 times and know exactly what Havoc will burn.
True. Grit. $58 times 3, huh? We do appear to hurt the enemy with our cards. Although, we probably don't want to spend that energy. Yeah, yeah.
It's a fun play to try and get rid of as many cards as reliably as possible with a Havoc, but you definitely don't need to right now.
It's been fun to try to wheedle this deck down for sure. What we can do is start havocing a flex. And that might be worth, because we do not have any more powers. And it's blocked. Oh, interesting. I take the damage first in both cases. Cool. So I think we win on this turn, to be clear.
Yes, but...
And so it's time for you.
Yes. All right.
Yep.
How scary is this fight gonna be, if at all?
What are you gonna hold? I think you might hold fasting to clear. Play devotion turn 1.
I do have a ice cream myself, so getting the devotion out earlier is not bad. Defend.
And you've got heals from potions. You effectively have 118 health in this fight. Actually, you probably have effectively 240 or something almost. Because this Reaper is going to heal for something like 110 because of Magic Flower and Vulnerable. It's ridiculous.
We'll see if I've got enough to live then.
Is this the first heart run that you've participated in where flex was the primary mechanism of scaling?
No.
Not speed run. We've done this many times.
No, so back when the heart initially came out, one of the key things that I would do consistently was flex load the deck.
Flex load?
Yes. So usually it occurs in a scenario where I'm also going for perfected strikes, because then I take a bunch of twin strikes, I take a bunch of flexes, I'm guaranteed to put a bunch of attacks in the deck. Obviously, pommel strike becomes a lot easier to take when you've got a lot of zero
pommel
cost
strike
cards.
Is fantastic. We skipped a couple, and I think it might have been good, but it was good to skip.
There's so much draw available on the table here.
Yes.
So yeah, I've definitely done it before. I mean, I've probably done it with Reaper things as well. Trying to do it with Whirlwind. I take Flex a lot. I really respect Flex. It's one of the cards that's kind of been a pet favorite of mine for a while.
Gotcha. You're gonna make a bunch of just make all of the weak on this turn, right?
Yeah. This enemy gets weakened, and it works for us, please. Let's attack. Thank you. I'll be keeping all of those.
Get you that friggin' talk to the hand now.
I want to get it as soon as possible. But let's get rid of collects, because I'm not going to need it for that many turns. Then scroll.
Cool.
Okay.
Might literally just be Fear No Evil. Just get yourself set up.
Oh, I'm so not scared of the enemy. I'm just going for damage right now already.
Yeah.
That might be wrong, but...
No, I think it's right.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
so we can get
Fiend Fire
Divinity this turn.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to clear this whole hand?
The Wrath and the Chronometry in here, I really don't want to. I'm probably going to starts this turn and Wish.
Okay.
So that would be... Start with Eruption. I'm happy taking the hits against that in the interim. Hit those two. Drop the Wallop for the full defend, or do I keep it back?
I think you can Divinity only this enemy.
Wallop?
Especially with some Strong.
1, 2... Prostrate brings us the energy to be able to lay the Wish, to be able to Strong them.
Boom.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get just like max damage numbers in early turns, and it seems to be working okay right here. Get out of here.
I've been looking at your potions too, trying to think about like what further degeneracy can we create right now. Because you've got draw in both directions, which is pretty incredible.
Teak.
Bonjour! Just make a huge one. Dude, just do it. Just do it.
Deus Ex Machina is still in the draw pile.
Play it. Just play it.
Play that. Turn. Play this one.
Biggest. biggest blade.
Oh, it didn't get me the Deus Ex Machina in time. There you go.
But it's okay. It's okay. Build it.
Big.
Yes.
And it's also the
9 by
final
12. You
card
have
in the
to talk to
draw
the
pile,
hand.
too.
Are you going to be divine, too?
Oh, I will
If we can
guarantee
get
that I
to a
will be
prostrate.
divine.
I mean, this
top of
is
head
clearly
moving.
divine. Just a question of how divine.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's like talk, fear no evil, scrawl for the off chance.
The enemy's got the defense, so I don't think Talker really does anything anymore.
Right. You can't clear it. Do you have any other way to strip artifact? You do. You have Wave of the Hand.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm beyond Talk, though. It's a good card.
It's just fun. It's just fun with the expunger. Your expunger would literally block for 36.
Why did it have to be both of you? I have a trip in this deck, which could also set up for it.
You also have a Swift Potion.
It's true.
Oh yeah, you should.
Let's get quick.
You should pop it.
Ah, there we go.
Let's go, baby.
Trip. Talk. Miracle.
Now full block.
Sponge.
almost.
You're right,
Just
Deke,
keep
that wasn't
slashing.
full block.
Yeah, full block.
Full block!
Well, what am I gonna do with this Reaper? Here, at least let me show you how big my heal number is.
I love it.
Woo! 114 is how much health I could have given you.
It's also worth noting, I could have died and come back to life as well. So we were so far from deceased.
We could have won that fight anyway. That's kind of why I was like, do you want to fiend fire away all of your sources of stance change? Do you want to fiend fire away your powers needlessly?
I could fiend fire for what's 9 by 8 is 72.
I want to see it. If you're gonna do it, at least let me see it. I want to see you fiend fire the last like 2 points of health.
Stayed on the wrong screen. Yeah, it's 81 damage per, and I got 9 other cards in hand, so it's pretty good damage. But do I just want to end with an expunger instead? Maybe 27 by 12.
You should
Wait, I have
totally
strength,
fiend
I get
fire your
8
whole
strength.
deck away. That expunger already got to do 12 hits into 0 damage because of damage cap. This fiend
You're right.
fire is 720 damage or something. It's just beautiful. How often do you get to? It's so anticlimactic.
Yeah. It's
You're
like spending 20 minutes buffing before the raid, and then you just go in, and the boss usually I'm just gonna touch you on the
falls
face.
over. It's a cardboard cutout.
Mm-hmm.
GG rap.
Gee.
We,
I'll put this art on the screen, and then we'll have a look at the art on your screen just following.
So part of my joy with this and part of my learning has been, I've talked about identifying your power level. And something I'm still working on is identifying when I am so much stronger than I need to be that I can actually afford to play suboptimally for the fun of it.
Yep.
And so that's something I've been trying to watch with our collaborative Spire is are we so strong that we can make bad plays because they're silly? Are we so strong that we can just get rid of the best parts of our deck and still win? Could we, what kind of things can we get away with? Let's up the ante, right? And so that's been pretty fun to realize I could just discard this Reaper, I could just discard this potion. I can just burn my vigilance. Yeah.
It's interesting because I was doing that from a different perspective, which we actually talked about earlier as well. There were a lot of turns there where watcher turns are like this, where especially when you have as many cards and the ability to hold all your cards and hold all your energy,
Runic
you
Pyramid's
can
very
spend
strong, as we've seen.
infinite amount of time just trying to sequence the rest of the fight. But there were a lot of circumstances there where I was like, I'm almost 100% certain that I'll be fine. And even if I'm not fine, I have ways to bail out. And
we had
a
great
lot of
potions.
Incredible potions. But a lot of those kinds of things were just like, I'm going to save mental energy for the fights that really need it. This fight, I'm going in Wrath. I'm throwing a Fiend Fire at you. It'll be okay.
I think we're getting a lot of good training too for later ascensions. Like we didn't need to hold, to reaper, to heal each other. Like we did a lot of stuff in this run that ultimately we just simply didn't need to do. We didn't have enough risk for that to be an important play, but we got practice.
Yep.
And when we're on a higher ascension and we're sharing health and the run is in a difficult and scary position, we're going to be really glad that we practice that kind of tech and that we're used to figuring out when to switch the tracks and say, okay, let's linearize because that's better. That's optimal now. Let's try to find a way to trade this relic. Let's try to find a way to trade health. So it's all just practice. Because this is, for me, that run is the 6th run of Spire with Friends that I've ever done. Right? I've done one with you. I've done one with Baylor, and then the 4 of this season. That's it.
Oh, that makes it my 5th.
We're learning on the fly. This is our chance to learn and prep for high ascensions, right? So yeah.
And
awesome.
I gotta say as well, not just with respect to last run, but even this run, despite the fact that it didn't necessarily need it, the utilization of Spire with Friends, like we've talked about Chrona's perspective previously, that Spire with Friends is harder than base Slay the Spire. And I think there are a lot of things that agree with that.
Right.
But also,
because
I think in the last 2 runs, we exploited it was more powerful for the fact that we could do with friends things. So I'm liking the trending direction of that, and I'm wondering if it is going to continue or plateau suddenly.
My suspicion is that Spire with Friends is harder in the sense that there is a lot of complexity of coordination. It's not harder in the sense that it's less fair. It's not harder in the sense that played optimally, you lose more. It's harder in the sense that it's just got a higher barrier of entry for skill and for coordination, right? That makes sense. You have 2 players and they're weaving around each other. But I suspect that it's more exploitable than the base game. I suspect that if you practiced infinitely base Spire and Spire with Friends, you would win more in Spire with Friends. But that getting there takes time.
There are, like, especially relic passing tech and stuff like that just feels real.
Cheap removals.
Cheap removals as well, definitely. Oh my god. Teak. Let's get back to that main old menu right there.
That was so fun. Man, at the end of Act 2, I was like, please don't make me take a break, Mom. I'm not going to bed. We got 124 at that point, I think. HP, 126, and we gotta use it right now. Can't go to bed. I gotta go do the rest of this run.
I really, really like that Spy with Friends relic as well. The shared life pool.
Shared health.
It just changes so much.
And we both had toy ornithopter, and we had like rest tech, and that was cool. Tons of science. Oh, great! I won't gush. It was top to bottom, bottom to top. Awesome run.
I'm glad that you did, because every man was me just going, yep, that's the thing that I would gush about if I had brain left over right now. Not that was brain busting. It's just yeah. It's just I don't know. Maybe I need a 3rd coffee of the day. We'll see.
That's not a that's not a gun. That's air. That's air going through my head.
Yep.
Directly.
Yeah. Just making a whistling sound, sweet as hell while it goes through. Hey, there are links that you'll be able to find. I don't know, maybe they're on the screen, maybe they'll be on the screen later, but they're definitely available in the description down below, where you can find my compatriot here, Sneaky over on twitch.tv/sneakyteak, as well as the Patreon and YouTube channels thereof.
And that's Rhapsody.
That's true. And
your stuff is there too. There's so many links down there. You don't have to ever leave. If you open up tabs with all those links, just go ahead and call in sick to work. You're going to need the week.
I remember when I first made my Patreon, part of my announcement video for it was totaling the actual runtime of all of my videos in a row. And it was something like, if you watched every video end to end, it would take you 18 months if you didn't take a break at all. It was something like that. Man. And I need to update that number, because that was many years ago. I'd find it hard to total the entire amount, but yeah, you'd have a hell of a white beard by the end.
Content back of the napkin analysis gets so ridiculous. Like, I remember the moment that I added up viewage hours on my stream and I realized that people had consumed 10 years of my content. And that destroyed me. When I realized that, I was like, soon my stream will be older than me by view time. You know, like I'm headed in the direction at that point I was, right? I've probably surpassed it by now actually, but that's just a wild thought.
One thing I love about YouTube's analytics is at any time you can just drag the thing back to the very start of the YouTube channel and just look at the watch time stat and go, yes, I have wasted 150 years of human productivity. we could
total
solve
cost
cancer.
of Rhapsody to society, uncountable. Just don't even start.
I will attempt not to. For the moment. That has been Rhapsody. It's ladder streak. Rhapsody is a different series, but hey, that's linked in the description down below as well, in case you're curious. Good games coming up next week. For the moment, though, hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you.
It's Rhapsody clickety cleek. It's just every game.
Rhapsody former clique.
A clique. Two. Once it was a one-man wolf pack, and now there are
two-man wolf pack. There are two wolves inside that pack. Inside every pack, frankly.
Pack of peas and puns.
We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Catch you all then.